If a police officer touches your bag, the next 5 seconds can decide whether you walk free or go to jail. And almost everyone says the wrong thing. One sentence can destroy your legal defense. Another sentence can protect it. Let me show you the difference. My name is Sarah, and for over 15 years, I've studied police procedure, criminal law, and Supreme Court rulings. What I'm about to show you has protected thousands of people from unnecessary charges. Imagine this. You're sitting on a Greyhound bus, or maybe on a bench at a busy train station. You have a backpack. Inside that backpack, your laptop, some clothes, maybe personal medication. Nothing illegal, nothing violent, but maybe something you'd rather not explain to a police officer. Suddenly, two officers board the bus. They aren't yelling, they aren't aggressive, they look calm, professional. They slowly walk down the aisle, scanning faces, scanning bags. One officer stops next to your seat. He reaches up, he places his hand on your bag, and he squeezes it. Not to move it, to feel what's inside. Then he looks down at you and asks, "Is this your bag?" Your heart rate jumps, your mouth goes dry, because what you say next can change the direction of your life. Most people think this moment is casual. It's not. This is a psychological trap. Police officers are trained to use pressure so you voluntarily give up your rights. And most people do, without even realizing it. Now here's what the law actually says. When police physically manipulate your bag to figure out what's inside, that is legally considered a search, even if they never open it. The United States Supreme Court ruled this in a case called Bond versus United States. The court said, while you might expect other passengers to move your bag, you do not expect police to squeeze and probe your luggage in an exploratory way. That physical squeezing crosses the constitutional line. In simple terms, if police squeeze your bag to hunt for evidence, they may have already broken the law. But now comes the most dangerous moment. The officer looks at you and asks, "Is this your bag?" This is where 90% of people destroy their own case. They panic. They think, if I say it's mine, I'm done. If I deny it, maybe I'm safe. So they say, "No, that's not mine." They think they just got clever. In reality, they just gave police a winning lottery ticket. Here's why. The Fourth Amendment protects your property. If you deny ownership, you are legally saying, "I have no privacy interest in this object." And that means police can now open it, search it, rip it apart, test every substance inside. No warrant, no probable cause, no permission. And if your ID or fingerprints are inside, you can still be charged, but now your lawyer cannot challenge the search because legally, you abandoned the property. So what should you say instead? 2 sentences. That's it. When the officer asks, "Is this your bag?" you say, "Yes, that is my property." When they follow up with, "Mind if I take a look?" you say, "I do not consent to any searches." That's it. Claim it, then refuse consent. This combination activates your constitutional protection. Now police need a warrant, probable cause, or a valid legal exception. Without that, any search becomes vulnerable in court. Now let's say the officer gets annoyed. He claims you're acting suspicious, so he decides to do a safety frisk. During a safety frisk, police are allowed to check only for weapons. Not drugs, not evidence, not curiosity. Weapons only. If an officer grabs your bag and feels something soft, like candy, cables, or medication, he must stop. Because once he knows it isn't a weapon, the search must end. If he continues squeezing until he decides, "Hey, this feels like drugs," he has crossed the legal line. The Supreme Court made this clear in a case called Minnesota versus Dickerson. So here's your real-world framework. Police approach you. First, you clarify the stop. Officer, am I being detained or am I free to go? If they say free to go, you leave. No conversation, no explanations, no small talk. If you are detained and they point to your bag, is this your bag? Yes, that is my property. Can I search it? I do not consent to any searches. Then you stay silent. Do not argue, do not resist, do not explain. You have already locked in your legal defense. There are exceptions. Airports, international borders, drug dogs, but in most street encounters and traffic stops, these rules protect you. One sentence can cost you your freedom. One sentence can protect it. Police are trained to apply pressure. They can lie. They can intimidate. They can manipulate. If you have nothing to hide, why not let me look? That's not law. That's a psychological trick. And now you see it. If this video helped you, make sure you're subscribed because the next one might protect you when you least expect it. Stay sharp, stay educated, and protect your freedom.